love eating cake. I have no problem with eating cake. Here's the thing: is I think eating cake is a genuine pleasure, and so I don't feel guilty about it. Very happy to eat as much cake as I choose, and I think people should eat more cake if they want. Don't if you don't. Yeah, I try not to feel guilty about pleasures. I think if it's a pleasure that's not hurting anyone else, I think you should indulge it and not feel guilty about it.
Hello everybody. I'm at the Vanity Fair party, White House correspondent, and they have donuts.
This comes in 2 pieces, and the back, that's the back piece there, and then this comes off like that, and it kind of slots together like this. There she is in all her glory.
You look great. You know, it's pretty wet, it's pretty windy, and these are the weather conditions we're dealing with. I think I had a Spider-Man lunchbox. Welcome to the United Kingdom, where we also eat Kentucky Fried Chicken. Don't make me choose between those. There's room for sushi and cheeseburgers, right?
What is your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Ooh. Breakfast, without question. I just wake up excited to eat it. I wake up and I'm ready for it. I'm like, get me that breakfast. Now. I love a cup of tea.
So that's the cliche lives.
The cliche lives, yeah.
Okay.
I love a cup of coffee as well.
Mm-hmm.
But at a certain point in a grey English afternoon, when it's raining outside and the sun has gone down and you have work to do, if someone presents you with a brew, you know, a well-made brew, like, you're not going to say no to that.
Day made.
Day made. Chocolate hobnob.
I'm sorry, a what?
That sounds rude, doesn't it? A hobnob is a kind of oatmeal biscuit coated in a lovely layer of milk chocolate.
Hobnob.
Which is an accompaniment to a cup of tea. Just be definitive on the subject.
Yeah.
Thor has a big magic hammer and he knows how to swing it. Yeah. Dear God, I have Mjolnir in my pants. I'm a tennis fan. I was at the Wimbledon final this year.
I like the tennis noises. Sure, that.
That just sounds like me clicking my tongue.
Yes,
But
it's
tennis
better than
noises
what
are
mine
good.
was, which was Okay.
Yeah. And then you get the crowd going, ooh, whoa, all of that stuff.
Love tennis.
Pretty exciting. And what I found amazing is in my research of the waltz, at this time it's set in 1901, and if you went to a party and you were expected to dance in society, you normally would dance in figures of 8 or 16 with your partner on your left or your right. And it was only in Vienna, with those crazy Viennese, you know, who were rebelling against the system. They suddenly invented this waltz, the waltz, where you danced with your partner, face to face, chest to chest. You could, you know, smell each other's breath. Sorry.
Oh, a whole bunch of people just got very happy in the audience.
Hold the phone.
I think the waltz is very sexy. I'll leave it there.
Where do you prefer being?
In my life?
Yeah, why not?
So it's a homecoming for us. We shot
I don't know. I think we're all a mixture of the two, aren't we?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah. A good boy in certain situations, and a bad boy in others.
I'm trying to get a bunch of bitches to kneel.
I am, quote, the badass motherfucker in this film.
Stand back, you mewling quim. Say my name! My wife loves you!
It's really curious. When you're a child, you don't know why you're good at things. And I wasn't particularly, in fact, at all gifted at mathematics or the sciences. But as soon as we started learning languages, I found I had an affinity for it. I am fascinated by language as a way, I suppose it is our primary tool of externalizing the many complex feelings and thoughts we have as human beings.
Piltadanron prosperon, the dearest of men. Horsbergar hippos jugenes, like a noble horse. And toisi deinos tumon okapolesen, alorton usistesin horsatoste, ou hemas, otrunes cautos en protoisepe.
It's amazing.
Electra. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Oh, cheers. Thank you so much for being here. Prost. That's another good thing.
Prost.
Dankeschön.
Bitteschön. La famille de Asgard est très très compliquée parce que la famille est séparée, est divisée. Et Loki est jaloux, et il est envieux, il est un peu en colère de l'intérieur. Il est solitaire, il est méchant, mais aussi il est très très charmant, il est élégant, il est un joueur, il aime provoquer. Et c'est un caractère fascinant, intéressant pour moi parce que c'est la dualité de le charme et il a un cœur brisé. The last 3 weeks of the shoot were in Mallorca, but it was already June, so it was very hot. And I just remember it being incredibly hot up on that hill. And on the Sunday, I wanted to see where this location was. And it's across the bay from, this is just a geography lesson now, it's across the bay from Poyensa. And it was a Sunday afternoon, and there were families on the beach, people eating ice cream, going for walks, windsurfing. And I caught this guy at the end of giving a windsurfing lesson, and I said in my broken Spanish, do you happen to know where La Fortaleza is? And he did a sort of extraordinary movie double take. He sort of did this, he went, La Fortaleza. La Fortaleza. ¿Conoces? And I said, well, you know, just, you know where it is. And he again, the drama of it was so great. Because he was in a wetsuit and a windsurfer, you know, looking so macho. And he sort of swept his wet hair back and pointed. Ahí, La Fortaleza. And I said, wow, you know, it looks very impressive. And it sort of came into focus through the trees. And I said, have you been to La Fortaleza? No. No para mí.
The Pythagorean equation is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This means that for all right-angled triangles, the square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides.
What types of research did you do? Like, did you meet with, like, undercover people, like, intelligence
Well, the thing about
officers?
meeting with undercover intelligence officers is that you then blow their cover.
Yeah. You don't have to tell us who, but you did, right?
My lips are sealed. That won't be telling.
Yeah. No?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I didn't.
Okay. We're going to this one because the other one froze.
Wait, just wait a second, because this one's mine.
But me want cookie.
Maybe this can be an exercise in delayed gratification. Like, so this
gratification.
I know it's a long word. It's a long word. It's probably too long for cookies.
Yes, I did animal study at RADA, where it's an exercise in trying to use your body to express some essence. That if as you might be, but if as an actor you're a bit stuck about a character, you can think, well, what kind of animal is this person?
What was your animal at RADA? Because you pick one, don't you?
I wanted to be a giraffe.
Uh-huh.
But I was not allowed to be a giraffe because the movement director said, but Tom, you already are a giraffe.
And got on this horse, and I could feel, I mean, horses are so sensitive, they can feel everything you're feeling. If they can sense fear, they can sense confidence, they can sense calm and peace, they can sense arrogance. The moment you have airs and graces, you're off. And I remember trying to my Joey was like a Ferrari. He was so sensitive. The moment you put your foot on the accelerator, it was just like, whoa. And he was pawing the ground, and, you know, just like, he was ready to go. And I was like, whoa, boy, whoa. Does this work out here? It's okay.
Okay.
Tom Hollander, who plays Corky in the show, as many of you will remember, was stung by a jellyfish. And he then swam over to me and said, Tom, old boy, you don't mind, you know, apparently when you've been stung by a jellyfish, you're supposed to pee on it.
Uh-huh.
So would you mind, you know, being a sport and doing the honors?
Did you?
I did, yeah. I mean, we all were very close on the set.
Do you think he like prompted the jellyfish to do that just so you could do that?
Maybe. I feel
Have
like
we figured that out?
he made a deal with a jellyfish just so he could get a good story out of it.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. Pi is the circumference divided by the diameter of any circle. It's impossible to know the exact value, but pi is approximately 3.1415926535897932846.
What makes me scared? Probably my own imagination. I can be pretty menacing. I can go there. I'd never been to a party. You know, I had to throw a party to go to one. How sad is that? At the end of Avengers, when everyone was living it up and partying, Mark Ruffalo locked me at a porta potty. It was really stinky. And I know I seem like a clown, but I'm just simple old Tommy H. And I just want to go to a party. That's all I want. Have you ever had stracciatella?
No. This guy.
No, what's that? Letitia, you go to like an ice cream place if you're in Italy and you ask for stracciatella, your mind will be blown.
Okay, all right.
It's like, it's sort of like, it's like a creamy vanilla with little chalky chip like hits and...
Hits.
Yeah, it's like a...
But it's Italian, right?
Yeah, stracciatella.
Stracciatella.
Really interesting when you hit the cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
it.
It's a combination you wouldn't expect.
You get the normal kimbap taste.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly the cream cheese just comes in. Just
Takes
like
the win.
That takes the finale.
Yeah.
The cream cheese is the very last flavour you're left with.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Just like having
What happened, Tom? What have you done?
We're taking ourselves like pretty seriously. It's
Yeah.
no, we're
No,
really
it's
like-
great.
We're on like Korean kimbap aftershave. Yeah. Go a little bit.
So if you came back as a woman, what's the first thing you would do?
Implants, I would say.
Implants are the first
Well, I
thing.
don't know what I'm going to do with these guys.
Wow, you're gonna go right into surgery.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I would say... no, what, you mean if I already had them?
I mean, you come back in the body of a woman. You're okay. You're all set. What
I might go pole dancing.
Oh, all right.
That's what that feels like.
Make a good living.
Bring the spear down and it wedges itself into the floor. And then I use it to spin myself around and kick him in the chest. Which has been interpreted by fans as a demonstration of my hidden talent at pole dancing.
Pole dancer.
Yeah.
No, seriously, there's so much of this. This is just one example of Loki really going for it on the pole.
Oh my God. I've always been a runner. I love running. Many people hate running. I'm aware of that. But running for me has been a way of there's something very monotonous and habitual about it. And sometimes it's a really good place to think. I think it doesn't matter
at what stage you're at in your creative life or in your career. But people will always have an idea of who they think you are, and often it's inaccurate or not wholly accurate, and you mustn't let them change your own sense of who you are.
Oh, I think falling in love is the same as it's always been. I think it's as surprising and shocking and chaotic and beautiful as it's always been. I think you can't. The heart is uncontrollable. You can't legislate for who you fall in love with. It happens. So I think the structures for how we try to organize it intellectually have changed, but evolutionarily we haven't evolved at that kind of a rate. And I think you fall in love with somebody, you can't explain why you do it, you just do. So there you go, that's my take on it. What do you think?
I think maybe it changes when you get a little older, because when you're younger it's much easier to just get that crush on someone, and then you think it's something more maybe than it is, and then but when you get older you have more of a checklist.
But if you have a checklist, is that really love? Do you know what I mean? That might be someone you're trying to sync up with and live with, or someone you're trying to share your life with or share something with. I don't know. So you're trying to construct a relationship where you can run in parallel and work together. But is that love? I don't know. I think real love is about acceptance and about truth and about vulnerability and then I think in that when you really can accept someone for who they are, and that's what real love is.
Probably be a bit busy for the next few weeks, but I'll make it up to you soon, I promise.